Hello and welcome back to a new video, Laurel and Hardy memorabilia and Charlie Chaplin collectibles. Well, for this video I have got some more rare paper items that I'd like to show. And these items that I actually bought probably well over a year ago or more. And I've been waiting a very long time to get them here in the UK. And thanks to a very good friend that was able to keep hold of them for me. And when he came here to the UK from the States, he was able to drop them off for me. So it's been worth the wait to get these items. So just starting off with this item, because I had to sort of go back over memory these items that I picked up and try to remember everything that I bought back then. So this is the first one, which is quite an unusual, nice piece. This is like a diploma or like a certificate for the Sons of the Desert, the Appreciation Society. And this is all the artwork with the Sons of the Desert plaque, Stan and Ollie by Alec Kilgore, who's the artist that designed all this. And then this is like all the description as being a loyal member of the Sons of the Desert. And then you've got Mrs. Stanlaw, Mrs. Oliver Hardy, and John McCabe Grandshank, which would have been Laurel and Hardy's biographer, and Stan and Ollie's wives, which was Lucille and Ida as well. So it's a shame their signatures aren't on here, but obviously that's where they would sign. But this is a really nice sort of certificate item to have to do with the Sons of the Desert Appreciation Society. Of course, obviously after Stan's passing, so it's a nice bit of history there. And then I was able to get hold of these two items. They're actually both the same, but they both came together. And this is an original Hal Roach Studios letterheaded paper. So this is all original from the times that came from the Hal Roach Studios. So I have two of these, and there's also got like watermarks on them, which I can't quite read what it is on there, but it's all stamped on there. But they are quite delicate pieces of unused original stationery back from the Hal Roach Studios. And then on here you've got all the players that were there at the time, and of course you've got the top players, which were Laurel and Hardy, and then Zazie Pitts and Thelma Todd, the Taxi Boys, Charlie Chase, and our gang, the Little Rascals, at the bottom. So it's really nice to have these as original stationery and history from the Hal Roach Studios back in the day. So it's a nice rare piece to have there. And then just on from that, I have this that I picked up. This is an original autograph, and the envelope, this is 1951, with Felix Knight autograph, an original stamped and embossed envelope that it came in at the time. So it's got New York on there, 7:30 a.m. 1951. But Felix Knight, he's known for Babes in Toyland. So he was an actor, sort of tenor voice or vocal sort of teacher. So his most famous role as Tom Tom in Babes in Toyland, 1934, based on the 1903 operetta by Victor Herbert. He was also in The Bohemian Girl as a gypsy singer, and also in Pick a Star, I think, as a nightclub singer. So he didn't do a lot, I don't think, too much in terms of films and acting, but he was more of a singer and a teacher, I think, in his later years. So it's a nice addition there with Laurel and Hardy co-stars. Just see what else there is there. Oh, there was this that I picked up. So this is an original advertising for cigarettes with Laurel and Hardy, used as advertising. And so these are for like old gold cigarettes. It's quite shocking what's actually put on here to advertise for cigarettes at the time. So this is like an old, very old newspaper cutting from the 1930s. So it's a really nice vintage old piece to have. And of course, we know with cigarettes today that they advertise what harm they do to you these days, whereas back then it's all the goodness what they do to you and the fashion of the day more. But this is really good to have, as it's like an original advertising piece using Laurel and Hardy's image. And again, like always, I'll put photos on to show all these items. And then finally, which I'm going to go into a little bit more detail, is Thelma Todd, the American actress who was born Thelma Alice Todd, July 29th, 1906, and she died 16th of December 1935. Who was this actress who was in many, few of Laurel and Hardy films, but I was able to get hold of her original autograph, which is just there. So this is ultra rare piece with a really old, that is an old chocolate card with her in the centre there. And a lovely, that's a modern photograph of Thelma Todd back in the day. And she's put best wishes, Thelma Todd. Unfortunately, it is smudged badly there with best wishes, but her actual name is completely undamaged. If you notice with Thelma Todd's autograph, because it's TT, her initials, so she signed it, Thelma, and then at the bottom, there's not another T. She's used the same T for both names. So that's how she used to sign her name. So she's quite an interesting actress, this one. So basically, she was only 29 when she died. So Thelma intended to be a school teacher after graduating from high school in 1923. She earned money as a model, spotted in Hollywood Talent Scout, and found work in 1929 at the Hal Roach Studios. Producer Hal Roach signed her to appear with comedy stars such as Harry Langdon, Charlie Chase, and Laurel and Hardy. Hal Roach cast Thelma with Zazie Pitts to create a female version of Laurel and Hardy. Zazie Pitts left in 1933. She was replaced by Patsy Kelly, so there was like a female version of Laurel and Hardy that Hal Roach was trying to create, which I don't think it was ever as successful as with Laurel and Hardy. But the list of films with Laurel and Hardy was Unaccustomed as We Are, 1929, Another Fine Mess, 1930, Chickens Come Home, 1931, On the Loose, 1931, Fire Diavolo, 1933, The Bohemian Girl, 1936. Now, this is where her career ends. So The Bohemian Girl full-length feature was Todd's last role before her untimely death at the age of 29. She completed all her scenes. Hal Roach had them reshot with only one musical number with her in the film. So basically, this is just a rough, short background of her career and life and what happened to her. So it's all a bit of a mystery. So basically, on the morning of Monday, December 16, 1935, Todd's body was discovered inside her 1934 Lincoln convertible, parked outside the garage. Death was determined to have been caused by carbon monoxide poisoning, having been locked out, seek refuge and warmth in the car. Now, there's more story behind all that, why she went into this particular garage in the car, and it was to do with her partner. And I know there was like fallouts and arguments, and even maybe mafia connections. I'm not 100% sure how accurate it all is, but you can read more about her online, all the ins and outs of her life. So there were no signs of suicide, no marks of violence anywhere upon the body, no evidence of foul play, murder. Thelma Todd was cremated. Then after her mother's death in 1969, Todd's remains were placed in her mother's casket and buried together, which is actually quite nice, and a quite nice way to end the chapter of her mother's life as well. So Thelma, she had nicknames known as the Ice Cream Blonde and Hot Toddy, appeared in 120 feature films and shorts between 1926 and 1935. So she was also in a lot of silent films as well, and then moved into sound films with the Howard Studios with Laurel and Hardy as well. And then sadly it was cut short at the age of 35. But it's a really nice site at the age of 29. Just to confirm that again. So basically, it's quite a bit of a mystery what really happened to her. Obviously, her body was discovered inside a vehicle, whereas there had been a mix-up of murder and that. I mean, on here it's got an American film actress murdered in Hollywood, California. But there has been a lot of conspiracy theories and what have you surrounding her death. She's almost like a bit like a Marilyn Monroe case. Of course, Marilyn Monroe was also found dead in her home. So it's all a bit of a mystery, but that's what keeps it all interesting. And this is ultra rare to have her autograph, and a really, really lovely vintage rare piece that's signed in fountain pen. So I will probably get this remounted and framed properly. So at the moment it's nice as it is. So that's the 5 items that I've been waiting for a long time. So it's nice to finally get them home so I can go through them all. But as it is, all the paper material is always worth more. It's rarer, and it's always more sought after and on a historical level. So so there it is. So that's it for this video. So I hope everyone's enjoyed it, and happy collecting, everyone, and look out for the next one soon. Bye for now.